Hello and welcome back to Insane Nightmare. I have made a miscalculation. In the last episode I said we were going to build the Horde base because I thought it was genuinely going to take about 4 days to make it. But after looking in a creative world and seeing what kind of base I want to build, it's not going to take that much time or materials at all. So in order to keep the Horde Night testing and the Horde base building in the same video, that will be in the next episode, and in this episode, we're going to be building my home base. Now, I worked out that I'll probably need no more than like 1,000 blocks to make my Horde base, so I'm going to take like 1,500 now, and that's going to be my budget, I guess, for this base. I gathered up a bit of chrysanthemum and made some paint, crafting 18 units of paint. Gives you 9,000, so it's a pretty good ratio for water there. It definitely could be a lot worse. Oh, Screamer, 1 second. So as you'll see, I've removed the turret and the solar panels, 1, because I need to build, and 2, it didn't really occur to me that solar powered turrets mean they won't work at night, because I was thinking about other games where power is stored in the solar power bank. That is not a thing in this game. You need a battery bank for your solar power to work at night at all, further diminishing their usefulness. But it's fine. So the idea for this base that I want to build here is I'm going to build this part up into, you know, a structure, into an actual above ground structure. And I'm not entirely sure what I want this room below here and this room here to be. I know I'm going to build another room on top of this structure where I want to have like a house area where I have like a bathroom and some beds and stuff. And then on top of that, because it's going to be 3 tiers, I want to build a power room and I want to build a big radio antenna type situation, because I think that would look kind of cool. And alongside the base, approximately there, I want to put an area to actually park my vehicle, because I like putting those in my bases. And I'll have a big driveway that comes out here with a big door here. Plan on also having a path that goes around the back out to another door, and building some kind of a landing strip for my gyrocopter. Don't know if I'll get around to that today, but it's something I plan on doing. I also want all of my walls to have this sort of a walkway around them so that I can actually stand on them and shoot down rather than having to jump over my walls every time I want to kill something. I want to have some kind of paved walkway around the base that I can then surround with a load of foliage. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do that, and not in creative. I know I can plant trees and actual grass blocks, and there's lots of potted plants in the game that would also work. Can you make potted plants? You can, out of clay soil and fibers, so they'll probably be what I'll build it out of then. Because I like the idea of there just being loads of nature in here. It makes decorating way easier if you can just use a load of foliage. Let's get started on the base. So what I want to do first is, where's my shovel? That's going to be important. I want to plan out sort of a, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not a balcony, because it's ground level. You'll see what I mean. Let me just dig it out. You know, maybe I should use the auger for this. Right, let's continue this then. That count as an actual scream? No. Okay. Okay, so let me fill this in with blocks. There we go. Now I want to basically continue this idea out to the front door, but it's obviously going to have to go down at a certain stage because the door is obviously at this height, and the balcony thing, whatever this is going to be at a higher height, which is not a difficult problem to solve. Let's see here. And then maybe stairs here. Is there stairs with like a railing? There is, but none that I like, so maybe I'll build my own railing out of blocks. And let me do that, and then dig this down as well. There we go, so we have a nice path leading right out to the door. Oh, another screamer. This is going to be a common theme. I know I want to have some kind of path that goes along there, but I need to get the number of blocks right. Let's see. 4, that gives me a 9th block there perfectly. Maybe, do I want this to elevate up into that, or do I want to bring the... There's a ladder here. Do I want to bring the terrain down? Maybe we go for this being a bit of a retention wall type situation, and then put stairs, not here, but in that next block, and have that lead into a path that goes around. And I do want one on this side as well. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There, that gives you a nice little area to walk in that I like. I will want this is a corner piece, and this is a corner piece. This is just going to be a bit of a weird area to stick out for the sake of it, to give the building more of an interesting shape than just a cube. It will now be a cuboid, which is 10 times more interesting than a cube, as we all know. Thinking maybe a Fill in that. What blocks can I use here? What is there? Half cubes might work best here, and then just do a classic bit of this situation. You don't want your walls to be too interesting. It takes away from all the other stuff. Yeah, that works. It might need a little bit of an elevation at some point, though. Let's go for plate of some kind, maybe? I don't know, this might look too medieval, and that's not 100% what I'm going for. That works. I'll paint it a better colour, obviously. The cobblestone is ugly as hell. And then... oh, wait, we can't do that. That's going to be a wall. Like an actual important wall. There. Yeah, so there's your little outer area. We can put, like, chairs or whatever the hell here. Just a decorative part. Right, so now we need the wall. So I think I want it to be 5 high like I did all the other walls, so let me just preemptively get that up there. I don't know, maybe we want a bit of a curve onto the next floor, so it's not completely cube. Let's see, what is the shape called I'm thinking of? It's in my mind's eye. Not quite this, but something similar to it, something with a shallower bevel. Does the shape I'm thinking of just not exist? It may not. Okay, we'll do that then. How does that look? Yeah, it'll give it sort of a fortified, modern look rather than going for, like, castle crenellation. Do we want windows? That is the question. Because we can put actual windows on them now. But let me frame out this wall and see what I can do. This is very Minecraft 2011, isn't it? Cobblestone walls and shit. We're playing with, like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We could cut out this 5th block. 5 by 2. Let's have a look at the window types then. Window. Right, here's the thing about windows. They're a bit of a security risk if you make them too big in 7 Days to Die. Is there a centered window? That will annoy the hell out of me if they are all like that. Is this centered? Ah, there we go. Window full 2. We could certainly go for something like that. That would mean that even if zombies got in here, they wouldn't be able to get through this window. Because you make it like 2 tall or whatever. Because it's a 5 tall roof, so you kind of need your windows to be at least 2. You can't have it like mismatched. That would look weird as hell. So, rather than, yeah, I think maybe doing something like this. I don't know, we can put a window frame design around that to make it look less flat. This is a good compromise between being able to see outside and zombies not being able to use it as a door. There, so there's your basic front design. Jump up on here and copy this block. And just bring it all the way to the corner and then figure out what you're going to do for the corner. Hopefully a corner version of this shape exists. Why do you not match? Why do you go the other way? Do I rotate it to get this? Does it only work as a corner in one direction? I am baffled. I guess the shape I'm looking for simply does not exist, which is fine. We'll just use corners then. We'll figure something out. Oh, that annoys me. But it's what we have to work with. I mean, maybe I'm just not finding the shape. There are 2038 shapes, and you're telling me there isn't a corner version of this that matches up outside, so that the bevel is the wide part, so that you're missing basically a quarter of the block here. You're telling me that doesn't exist in 2000 shapes, and if it doesn't, why not? So that's the rough idea, and I know I want another room to be built kind of over here, so I'm thinking maybe we go 3 there, and then leave a gap, and then do the rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good, it's all still odd numbers. Alright, so there's the first layer. I'm gonna just build up this support pillar, because it's basically the support pillar. It supports the entire building, all the floors in the building as we go up. Is this in line with the floor here? Yeah, and we'll want to at least make this part concrete. This will basically run through the center of the building, at least to the next floor. Why is there a block damage there? Why do I not have regular cobblestone on me? Hang on. Okay, I need another door frame here then if I'm going to do a door. 1, 2. This might need to be another shape. How am I going to do this actually? Because it can't be the weird bevel on this side, can it? Because there's going to be something here. But how big is this part going to be? That's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we want this side to be flat, at least at this point. Maybe we need to work out how we want to do this garage building then. Because otherwise, this other part's going to be kind of difficult. Let me take out the spikes. Okay, the terrain here is absolutely fucked for some reason, but that's fine. 8, 9. So a 9 wide room here, and how deep do I want the room to be? 2, 4, and then do a 5th one here. There we go. Wait, let me put in the entire foundation of this room then, and hopefully that'll line up somewhere good over there. But we have it all lined up now. So then, what do I want to do for the shape of this building? I know I kind of want to do a farm on top of it, so that's why I'm considering not having the bevel on this wall here. Is this even enough room to fit a vehicle, though? It doesn't seem like it is, does it? Maybe we need to drag this out then. Right, let me cut this block down. And let me actually go and get... Oh, the truck's here. Right, let me place the truck and see how much space it needs. Yeah, it needs more room than that. So maybe we go for... Instead of 5, we go for 7. And it'll still have a similar shape. And almost the same ratio. So if we dig this out... And how is that? There's more of the room you would expect for a truck. Let me try... and actually place in a first sort of layer of this, get a read on how the truck would fit. Not that I'm ever actually going to use it, or just decorative. The truck can just barely fit in. Maybe we do a 7x4 door then, and have it sit in the middle. I made all those doors for nothing then. Let's see, that would fit quite well. So a 7x4 door needs the same stuff as the other ones. But what I need is 7x4 doors, so let me get more forged iron. 7x4, one in there, one in there. Now, there is a small problem there. This is a reasonable amount of room for one vehicle to have, you know. These are going to be path, remember, not actual blocks. You could definitely fit, like, the motorcycle in there as well if I wanted to. But I'll probably just use it for decoration, the extra space. Okay, that works. Let me take out this whole chunk of wall then. And that is why I didn't ever upgrade this to concrete. Why is this sticking around? Why is it being annoying? You decided that you're a block now, have you? I will shit myself with rage if you don't decide to go away by the time I walk back here. Right, here we go. 7x4 door and 7x4 door. What color do I want them to be? Because they come in like 6 different colors. Also, is there powered versions of the 7x4 door? No, there isn't. I don't honestly care that much. Powered door. 5x3? Yeah, there's no 4x7 powered doors. I don't care anyway, I probably wouldn't have bothered. Let's see, why can I not place this? Why do you... Oh, is there still some kind of weird block here? I see. Why do you think that you exist there, friendo? Why do you exist, little seam of shit? Do I need to remove this? Right, has that fixed it? Can I now place this in? No, there's another one, isn't there? Another little weird seam of nonsense. There's one here, I can't even see it. What is going on with this game? Oh, there it is, look. The little tiny rock. Right. And I still can't place it because of nonsense. Is this the right way around? No, I want it like that. There we go. That I can work with. Since I have materials on me, how much health do you have? 15,000, you'll be good. You'll be fine. Okay, so how do I want to make it so that we go from this height here up to that height there? Ramps in this game are an absolute shit show nightmare to try and get right, but we can certainly try something. Let's see, what we want here is probably wedge tips. Start with like the shallowest one I can find. Let's see. Or maybe just start with a 30-degree wedge. Is there a 30-degree wedge? What's the shallowest wedge you can get? Wedge 60? There's no wedge 30. There's no wedge 40. Is it just wedge 60? Is the shallowest one you can get really 60? There's wedge narrow. That has like 4 stages to it. We go for wedge narrow tip here. Something. Where do I want this to start? Maybe kind of in line with those stairs. So like one... Why is this going yellow? Why are you acting like there's support in play here? Right. And then go to the narrow low. And then narrow middle. And then narrow high. That should be a good enough angle for the 4x4 to actually be able to drive up that without causing problems. Right, let's see. How does this truck handle the incline here? Now, down the way it was always going to be fine. How does it handle going up it? Did it damage it at all? No, okay, so that's that's the incline you have to use if you want your 4x4 to not crash into the thing you're driving towards. Now, where's my other 7x4 door? Can't place it. Is the truck technically in its hitbox? That's kind of alarming. Let's see here. Open that up. This truck. Can you close it without the truck exploding? You can, in fact, do that. Right, let's cover this with a bunch of blocks. The reason it has to be like this is because it has to very flushly, I just invented that word, transition into the next floor, which is going to be a greenhouse or a farm. And I'm going to have to put in a ceiling here as well, because I can't have the ceiling be the farm, because that would look weird. Well, I could actually do that. Hang on, I've made a mistake. Okay, what you can actually do is have a very shallow roof here, and it'll hold up the next floor just fine, but it'll look like it's not actually part of the floor that it's on. But the question is, how do I want to do it? Some form of plate, surely. Could that add a bit of texture to the roof? You wouldn't be able to see the other stuff from the other floor. Could work, I guess, if we do sort of something that looks like it's got beams going through it as well. And then bring that all the way over. So the ceiling is technically one block lower, but it won't appear like it is from the inside. And we won't see this ugly, like, cast iron texture from the other side anyway. Leaving the garage looking like that, which works pretty well. I'm quite happy with this general idea. It needs some paint and some decorations, but it works. There is also the empty windows. How do they look? Oh wait, you can get filled ones of these, can't you? Yeah, you can get window one. How did they... Oh, they might be better looking than those. I actually... Yeah, we'll switch over to these windows. Place these. Cool. Yeah, I prefer that window design, actually. Let's start putting in the stairs so I can work this out. Stairs. Let's go for one with a railing. That works. And then this one can be... This one can go there, and then a flat one. Because you don't want to turn on a stair, and that's kind of weird. Let me get some more cubes here. Let's see. So have we got the railing that we have here? Is that just a regular railing? Railing corner. Yeah, that fits pretty much exactly how it goes. Then fill these back in. Grab that design again. Continue the stairs. There, we're on the next floor. And then we want another cube there. And then how does this look here? We need that filled in. And then we need a railing to go there. And then fill in the floor with just floor. Okay, so I want some amount of like a balcony on the outside here to make the building go, I guess, slimmer in its profile. So how far do I want that to be? It needs 2 blocks to be able to move, and then 1 block for the ceiling. 1 block for the actual wall of it, I guess. So if we bring it all in 3... Right, where else would I want a door to be then? The only place that is actually going to be in line but not on that side is here. So this will be where the next door is. Maybe we just wall off this one entirely, with the idea being if you want to get some light, you can just go outside. And this can be a nice secure room where I can fully decorate the walls and make it like an actual living area. Right, and I think I actually want to take maybe... not sure. Maybe this block on the right of the doorway, or better yet, another centralized block. So if we pick this one and actually make that a cube, and then grab ladders. There's one. And then what ladder aligns with that? Cool. And then we can have like a ladder that goes up onto here. And if you recall from earlier, I wanted to make a power core kind of room where you do all of the generator banks and stuff, which does not have to be a big room at all, actually. But what I think I want to do, maybe to give myself more room to move on the inside, if nothing else, is take these out and make them plates. Because what I can do is, if I have my pillar, again, go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reinforce that up to steel. And then I can have all the switches I want to use on this pillar, and that's fine. And then all the generator banks I might need can be right around the central pillar. And then to give myself the actual room to move, we can actually build a fake cubed wall out of plates. So if we take this and turn the plates so that they are there, we can move in this space. We can't place blocks, but we can move. And we can do that on each of the sides here. Like so. I'll leave a room for a door, which should be fine. And then come out here. Oh, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Do the same here. Then we want to get plate corners. There. And that will look like cubes from the outside. But inside we'll have a lot more room to move. And then we just repeat that up a few levels. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for 4 tall on this. There we go. Now, how do I want to do the roof? I guess just keep the pattern going. Just keep using these beveled corners. There, so now we can get onto this tier as well. A couple of starting blocks for the radio tower. I will elaborate on that further later. Okay, so the whole building hasn't collapsed so far. Fantastic start. We have... block's gonna annoy me, hang on. Right, so we have the basic idea here. We have the first floor, which is gonna just kind of be an area you walk through to get to the other areas of the base. We have the next floor, which is gonna be an actual living area, and then the power room on the top, and then there'll be a big radio tower. It's a big old cake base. Classic cake base. Now, in order to make this look a little bit less... what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? To make it look less like 3 layers of base on top of each other, there's some things we can do. So let's head in here. So I'll want to build a wall here first of all. Stop you from falling off the side of the base. That would suck. There we go. So there's your basic wall idea. If I build a bit of an awning, maybe? It's going to look slightly Japanese now, isn't it? Ever so slightly. But it is breaking up the shape a little bit. Needs a little bit more work though. Let me see what I can do here. That could work to thicken it up just a little bit. Right, let's see here. Is there a corner piece that will work perfectly here? What about that? And then I could have it actually go down into the thing. That's something. Let's see, blocks. What have I got here? That should be fine. Just to be safe, I'm going to turn most of the rest of my cobblestone into blocks, so I definitely have extra blocks for the horde base. I can make another 500. That'll do nicely. So, I was using poles here. Yeah, I like that this actually goes inside rather than trying to transition it onto this block. We just have a pole that comes out here and it makes way more sense anyway. There we go. Let's see how that does. Can you even jump out of this now? You can, but you need to time it well. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, and it looks a little bit less like a cake. On to the next level. So what am I thinking here? Maybe we go for like an actual thin railing here? Ah, but the ladder will need something else as well. Let's see here. I will want... where is the bloody door trim? Is there no... oh wait, a window trim. That could also work. Yeah, I like that. I couldn't find a single like door frame piece, so a weird little window frame is gonna have to do. That should at least stop it from looking so samey. Different shapes on different levels. Yeah. And then I actually do want the power room to look a little bit basic in geometry, because the radio tower is going to be huge, and I want there to be a gap between that and the rest of the base. So this will be deliberately plain so that your eyes are drawn to either side of the more interesting parts of the base. So that's going to stay as a block for now. So that looks kind of good as a starting point. It'll need a lot of paint and a lot more trim work, but it's a good, you know, shape. I'm happy with the shape anyway. Steel door? Is that a thing? Steel doors? Oh, it's just a vault door, right. Okay, so main shape of the base is done. I want to add in the paths between these areas here. Right, and then I want to continue this wall pattern here around my walkway. And I can either, at some point... oh, that's going to be annoying. How do I handle this then? Place this at least. Do I want to double it? No. Then it'll be asymmetrical. But maybe that's fine, because, yeah, it's fine. It should balance itself out, because this will be repeated on the other side. To an extent. So if we just take this out, and then you don't need to do anything there, the wall just meets up with it fine. Grab this. And place that along them as well. Do the same here. Do I want to do that? Pull this off? I guess I do want to do that. There, and then we can, like, plant either farm stuff here and have it look nice with, like, chrysanthemum and goldenrod, or we can place, like, trees and potted plants in there and have little gardens. And then you get, like, the little transitional bridge between the walkway out here and the walkway onto the driveway, where you can run up here. And then we do the same kind of thing over on this side here. So I have my little gardens. They're going to be in each of these. This leads off into this area, which is mostly just going to be a walkway. There's not much I want to do there. This works quite well. We have this driveway. Kind of like how that looks. Once it's all painted, it'll look better, of course. Right, one thing I should probably do for my wall is actually make it so that it can be used for defense. And I've already kind of picked the height I want to do that with my dew collectors here, so let me start by placing one layer around this entire base with this. There, now my wall is considerably more functional because I should actually be able to just jump onto it from basically any point in the base and shoot over the side when I need to. Well, let's see here. Maybe we do a bit of a similar situation on this side. I'll want stairs. Probably line it up with this, because why not? There, so this now transitions into this fine, and you just have a big grassy area there. Can fill it with like trees or something just to fill in the blank spaces, and you can walk up onto the thing here, and there you go. This is going to need a lot of paint, isn't it? But even as it is, I am quite happy with how it looks. It looks a bit very grey because it's also raining, which makes everything look even greyer, but it's a good starting point. I need to drink from the puddle, I think. There we go. Now, I want another way of getting back up the stairs over on this side as well, so let me grab that block I used. We do some stairs here, kind of mirror what we did on the other side. Let me get some plates. I think I forgot to do this on the other side as well, so let me add them back in. There, we have a nice little walkway into the walkway into the walkway. And then if I dig this up... Okay, so I'm going to try and build some kind of a well here, and I don't know how it's going to go, to be honest with you. I don't know what that would look like, and I'm about to try and do it. So if we do... Okay. What about if we bring in some poles then? Maybe... Now what am I going to do for this roof here? Because it's going to kind of intersect with the, this thing. What is this? You can make tarps? Do you make tarps? How long's that been a thing? Oh. But it's presumably been a thing since Alpha 21. How do these look? That's a big tarp. Don't think I need it. Oh, that flattened a lot of ground at once. Ah, that's useful. Just, you know, find somewhere you can actually place it, and you can flatten the ground with it. Seems like even if it's red, you can just place it anyway. The land flattener. It's also mowing the grass. Ah. Behold. The lawnmower. I am a technological genius. What a crying shame I can't build for shit, but I can discover weird things like this. Just get out of the radius of it, yeah. Then it takes away all the grass. It flattens out the land to basically its most extreme point, so we know that this grass should be that height, but this is an entire block higher. Yeah, that just is that height, like actually. All the ground I've perfectly flattened. and gotten rid of most of the grass. You can't get rid of it all, but this is a lot easier to deal with now. Now, obviously, it's not literally flat. It doesn't remove blocks, but these blocks are now all at their correct height, basically, except for a few over there, which means I can very clearly see that this block shouldn't be here. And there we go, we have just a normal transition between heights. 1 second. What do I want to do here? I don't think tarp is the way to go, but it has its uses at least. Oh, I like the trellis, it says. These just make good random blocks to have in the background. I shall make them wood. Yeah, detail. Anything to avoid actually trying to build the roof of this thing. What's a kneeler? Oh, it's a little stool. I see, you probably kneel on it. What other blocks do we have? That's a start. And then where's like the other half of the gable? Is there like a gable tip? Is that a thing? Or do I use like a wedge tip? What about this? That could work. I mean, this is too far out though. Is there like a half gable? Hang on, is there even a half one of these? Wedge tip half. This is the half. Is there a wedge tip quarter? What about this? That'll do it. The opposite directions one though. There, and then do we even have the gable piece for this? A gable 3/4 half. Welcome to 7 Days to Die. Well, why don't I just do that on the other side? Why is this touching then? Right, well, we need to replicate it. Hang on. Do this. Grab this. Place that one on the other side. What is happening? Just go simple. There we go. And then grab this. Place that there. There we go. Now it's normal. It's not perfect. Wells are supposed to be round, but 7 Days to Die and round, I mean, we know how it goes. Let me go get a bucket. Fuck knows where I left that thing. You know what? I am just going to construct a new bucket. I have no idea where I put my old one. Is it a tool? Did I put it in tools? No, I did not consider the bucket a tool. I don't know what else I could have considered the bucket, but not a tool. Yeah, I have got so much clay from this, holy shit. I don't really need concrete right now, so let me put it away. Oh, there's more clay! Also, don't I have a bunch of doors now? Yeah, there's first door, second door, third door, fourth door. Perfect. And then I had these, which I don't need to use. Hey, why is this tarp still here? Okay, bucket, come here, gimme. I've left some water behind, I have now duplicated water. Place. That's not what I was trying to do. Seriously, I don't know what's happening. Maybe we need to take this out until we place the water. Hang on. Place it there. Why are you not going there? Okay, maybe we should fill this up then. Let's see, cobblestone blocks. And then what if I place that? Hey, that works. Can we actually see it? We can. Now let me fix the roof here. And then can we drink from my well? Doesn't seem like I can. I am staring at it. It is not letting me drink from it. Can I drink from this? Game, have I ever told you you suck immensely? Right, what about this then? And then what if I make like a water cube? Is that a thing? And then I try and scoop the water away from the edges. Now can I drink from it? I can. This is kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's the best option I have. So that's a good little use of that. Let's see. Furniture. Maybe I should make some wood furniture. I need nails. Hang on. Iron. Got a little bit of nails. Let's just make it all into wood furniture. And I'll make like 25 metal furnitures as well, I think. Oh yeah, you can make a gun safe, a desk safe, and 25 metal furnitures, please. What else can I make? Hay bales, they could be interesting to put around, I guess. Paintings, I'll need paint for. We can make a thick flag, of course. I forgot about these. The Human Man Warrior. We should put one of these up. Ugly chair. I'll need more nails. Ugly couch. Yeah, I'll definitely need more nails then. Forge. Bestow upon me just like 2,000 nails, and then the rest forge steel, please. And yeah, we'll wait for the decorations. We'll do it another day, I think. But let's continue trying to finish off the actual base. Right, so I'm going to flatten this out. Okay, some of these were dirt, and I want them all to be topsoil, so let's place these in. Why is this? Why are you deciding that you are not flat? You should consider being flat. There we go. I'm gonna need more topsoil. I thought 30 would be enough. Like another, like, 50 of the fuckers. These are once again not flat. Here we go. You know, this block gonna annoy me if I don't fix it. I'll probably have to do the same here, actually. There we go, and it's almost perfectly flat. Up until this point where I've decided to just arbitrarily stop. Let me take out these random spikes that still remain. I like how flat this is. There's a couple of patches that need to still be turned into topsoil though, and I could not tell you why they survived. There we go, and over here. Nice. Perfectly flat. Up until the weird water mound and all the grass. But that's fine. Right, what remains is to build a path. All the way around my base. I don't have enough blocks for that probably, but it's fine. And make it go all the way around the base. So that I have a path to everywhere in the base. So let me dig this out. And that is all the cobblestone blocks I have that I can dedicate to this project anyway, because the rest have to go towards my next base. But we can always queue up more cobblestone. I would like... That one's occupied. I would like 10,000 cobblestone from you. 10,000 cobblestone from you. 10,000 from you. 10,000 from you. And 10,000 from you. That'll do. There's 50,000 cobblestone coming. That should be more than enough cobblestone. Now also these are overflowing with like ammo, so let me grab all that. Let's see. Where's my miscat? There it is. Pipe bombs in there. 9mm in there. Extra shotgun shells in here. There's so many of them. And then grab all the stuff I left behind in here, because it's actually useful. I have a lot of blocks to paint, though. I don't think this is going to be enough. I hate when that happens. There we go. Now, do I have a paintbrush pre-made? Weirdly, no, but you can make one quite easily. Paintbrush. Need a singular leather. Add paintbrush in, that'll be done after that other thing crafts. Speaking of, what furniture do I even want to put in here? What do we have? I've not had a look into the furniture in Alpha 21. Oh, there's like benches of different colours and stuff. Oh, wine barrels. Now, it's technically wine, but we can put it next to my water. And it'll look, you know, normal. Why can't... Is there another one of those bloody... What's this? Stop that. There, we can place some... Not this again. I thought you fixed this. There we go. And then we can place some just barrels around my water area here. I suppose I could put a wheel as well. Just why not? Just put a wheel in. Just a wheel. Like it just sits there. It's a wheel. No biggie, just the wheel. Ah yes, the level designer's crutch. The pallet. You can just place these all over the fucking place. And it makes it look like things are actually somewhat intelligently designed when they're not. Ah, there is flagstone. That was, like, you know, an old block in this game. That kind of works. Yeah, we'll do that. So, paint surface. Paint surface. That'll separate it at least from the cobblestone, if nothing else. Now, is the paint applying to underneath these? It is partially doing it. Why is it not done it to this one block? Yeah, see, this is why we're going to paint before we decorate. There is stones large, which I lean towards, because they make it look very... well designed, I think. Let's give that a look. I think is an improvement already. I mean, it's a cleaner texture. Apply it to this wall, and that's how it applies it, really? Okay, I need to go grab some more paint, hang on. It's going to take a lot of paint to finish this, isn't it? Okay, and all of the outer wall is now this nicer concrete blocks texture. I am by no means done decorating the walls. I'll have to repair that later. But just picking the paint for them is the starting point. Now, what texture do I want the building to be? Well, it's going to have to be a couple of different ones, but what about a nice, cleaner concrete? What about the old reinforced concrete? As retro as it is this how concrete used to actually look in 7 Days to Die? No. Concrete white? Maybe. concrete wall. It's kind of got that bunker look to it. Concrete trim. Oh, I actually don't hate that. It's sort of like a siding. I apply that to everything. Let's see. It kind of gives it the residential wooden siding look, but it also is very clearly made of concrete, which I kind of like. Defensive and stylish. Let's just do this whole side and paint that as well. It certainly gets rid of the medieval look, because it's not some weird cobblestone or bricks now. It's like proper concrete made by someone who isn't a moron design. Oh, and I'm out of paint. Well, that'll have to do. I don't have any more chrysanthemum. That is all painting I can do, which is kind of annoying. But that is where we'll have to leave the painting. Since loads of this is decorated, we can certainly have a look and see if there's anything else I want to put in here. Now, this was wooden furniture, but there's also cabinets and stuff. None of that really applies to the outdoors. Let's head inside and see the metal furniture and see if there's anything I want to put down there. Let's see, we got metal furniture and a couple of safes. I won't be bothering with the safes. Well, we could have trash cans. Those are a thing. Now I could put a trash can there. Use it as a literal trash can as well. Just store things I don't want in there. I can make a great deal of them. How about you make 100 of them, and I start experimenting once I have one. So, in Alpha 21, we have a great deal of potted plants. As you can see, there's a million of them. And they can make for some pretty good decorations. You get white cherry blossoms. They have various different colours of vases. We have the potted plant here. I don't know what this is, but you could have that. And there's these ones. And then there's, of course, the classic one that appears to just be leaves. This is the leaf plant. It grows leaves. Then there's these thingies that are far too tropical for me to know what the fuck they are. You know, I live in a country where the most prevalent fucking plant is this. So I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at here, but you know. These are ferns. These I understand, but they're hanging. But where do I hang a fern? And what color do I want to do it with? Black. Ooh, black works. There we go, a couple of hanging ferns. Honestly, not that many different kinds of potted plants as you would expect. But still a decent amount. Let's place a couple of these. We have a bunch of cherry blossoms here as we come in. Boom. Nature. I could make hay bales, I forgot. Let's make like 5, see where I can place them in the base. Wait, I didn't even check if there's like other shapes there. I just started placing them. Is there not other shapes? Oh well, it's something. It's some kind of decoration. Add some amount of colour. We have our thick 44 flag. That could go above the door. Is it the right? Yeah, it is. Let's see. You get wall hung, top wall hung. What's the difference? You get purple or you get black. There's enough dark colours on my base already, so let's use the purple one. There we go. The thick 44 flag. In honour of the human man warrior. Of Neebs Gaming, of course. Most of you know who that is, so I probably don't have to explain the flag. That's actually a really nice contrast with the wall there. It's a good colour. You know, I need some seeds. Well, I've actually got a couple. Let's start planting some trees in these little areas. Got more seeds down here. They're in the farming box, if I recall correctly. Yes. A great many of them. I mean, we can put a doghouse somewhere. We don't actually have a dog, but we can put it there. Implied dog. It's running around here somewhere, I'm sure. Well, we'll have to wait until after I build the Horde base to finish this base, which we'll be doing in the next episode. In the meantime, though, I hope you've enjoyed the, well, let's call it the first half of building this base. Maybe you learned a few things or got some inspiration. I don't know, I'm a terrible builder. This is guesswork for me. I hope you enjoyed it at least. Thank you to my channel members and patrons for making this video possible, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Insane Nightmare.